And I want you to go check them out. That'd be really great because they're all my friends and I want you to see them. All right, with that, let's jump into this Fallout 3. Spicy Taco, are you ready?
I am very much ready. Hello everyone, my name is SpiccyTacos, and this is Fallout 3 All Unique Weapons. So, as you can probably guess, we are going to collect every unique weapon. There's 39 of them in the base game, not the DLCs, just the base game. And it's going to be amazing. I'm going to let my co-commentator introduce himself.
Hi, my name is Hydrazonics, and I mainly run Fallout 3, just like Tacos. And yeah, can't wait to see it.
Awesome. As you've seen before in Bannister, we're not going to start from a new save, but instead we're going to load this save, and run starts in 3, 2, 1, go. So immediately here we're going to start quick save quick loading as we walk up to Dad. That's going to be a pretty important part of this entire speedrun, quick save quick loading. So if you're extremely photosensitive, please look away. Here for our special sets, we're going to take 10 strength because we need to carry a lot of stuff, perception because we need points, 9 endurance because we need to take a lot of damage, charisma is useless, and 9 intelligence to get a lot of XP. Here we're going to set up for a little trick called truck push. Essentially what truck push is that it just pushes Dad, who's voiced by Liam Neeson, by the way, fun fact, is going to push him to a next dialogue trigger, which will be right over by, yeah, where we got our special stats. Let's see. Right there. So quick save quick loading to skip those dialogue lines, and then we are going to progress in time to become a teenager. And when you're a teenager, you have birthday parties, and our dad has made a beautiful birthday party for us with a lot of guests, but we are not going to talk to them. Instead, we are going to quick save quick load through this door. Quick save quick load through this door like that, and we're going to start stop hopping. Hydra, do you want to explain stop hopping?
Yeah, so essentially stop hop is Bethesda's version of bunny hopping or bee hopping, except the difference is we stop, jump, and then do a mouse flick in between each jump, essentially.
Yeah. And
this is around 60% faster than regular movement speed, I think.
Yes, something like that. And our dad tasks us to kill this rad roach to show off how cool we are as 10-year-olds, because that's what you do as a 10-year-old. What, did you guys not do that? And then we're going to push Dad to the next dialogue trick because it's a little bit faster, but he's very slow. Quick load once to skip Jonas's one line. And then we are going to become not an adult, but what is it, a 16-year-old. And now we're a 16-year-old. We are gonna again skip one of Liam Neeson's lines, sadly.
Go on now.
And we are gonna go take the goat test. Quick go through this door because it's a little bit faster.
Good morning.
We're not gonna take the goat test. We're gonna say to our teacher, Mr. Broch, that the goat test is stupid, and we're gonna pick lockpick, repair, and medicine as our tag skills. Lockpick to lockpick stuff, repair to repair an elevator at the very end, medicine because safety, because we need to heal ourselves up for safety.
Come on, wake up.
And now we are gonna be woken up by Amada, who is another vault dweller.
Come on.
And she's gonna tell us, oh no, your dad has escaped the vault and you have to go find him. And funnily enough, the fastest dialogue options with Amada there is telling her that you dreamt about her. Which is a little bit weird, but it's the fastest, so that's what we do. Then we're gonna stop hop down this hall, and what you saw me do right there was something called COC. You've heard it explained probably 1,000 times at this point, but we're gonna do it again. COC stands for Central on Cell. This is also a pretty cool clip out of bounds to open this door. You clip out of bounds. If you fall out of bounds, you're gonna hit a COC plane, an invisible plane, and you're gonna be put at a predetermined spot. So right here, you clip out of bounds, you fall, and you hit the COC plane, and you spawn at the COC point, which is right at the end. So here we are gonna do a trick called Cliff Cripple to try and obtain a glitch called Speed Cripple. Hydra, do you want to explain Speed Cripple?
Yeah, so essentially Speed Cripple is a way to stack both normal movement speed on top of the crippled movement speed. And the way you do this is by making a quick save and quick load right as you break your legs. And if the timing is right and you do it a couple of times, you should, in theory, get a speed cripple.
Yes. So what I'm trying to do here is just time time when I'm falling into the ground here and crippling my legs, which is a little bit more tricky than it seems. And the window to quick load, did I say quick save? I meant quick load. The window to quick load is very small. It's not large at all. So this might be it. Here we go. There it is. Nice. Perfect. So now we have obtained speed cripple. So we run at 160% movement speed, sorry. First level up here, we're going to take lockpick because lockpick is really good for lockpicking, surprisingly. Yeah, so speed cripple is essentially the main movement glitch in this game. You do it once and then you have it, but be aware, you can lose it. The ways you can lose it is by either crippling your legs, dying, and exiting the game, or exiting to the main menu. So you don't want to do any of that. You don't want any of that to happen. That is why we are going to play it very safe and use another glitch that I will explain later to be very safe. This is Moira, by the way. Moira is a very loved and also very hated character in the speedrunning community, but in this category she's very loved because she does not have any RNG involving her quest at all. Oh, this is Lucas Sims. He was not meant to talk to me. Bye, Lucas. That is Megaton complete. We got a quest from Moira Brown, and that is the Wasteland Survival Guide quest that if you played this game, you probably know about that quest. It's one of the, I believe it's one of the most played quests in the game. Don't look that up. Don't quote me on that. But here we have a bit of a problem. For this category specifically, at this point, when I bring out, you see I'm running at a higher speed, but as soon as I bring out my hands, I get slowed down. I get slowed down by a huge amount, which is not supposed to happen. So the way to fix this is to lose the speed cripple and then get it again. So essentially what we're going to be doing is we're going to enter this place, get an autosave. This is this autosave. Then we're going to load this save we made on top of the rock earlier. We're going to make a quick save at the top, fall down, die, cripple our legs, then get speed cripple again, load that autosave, and now I can pull out my hands without getting slowed down. Amazing. The trade-off is that you have to get speed cripple twice, which is very much not easy. Also, by the way, the version of speed cripple that I'm doing, called cliff cripple, where you throw yourself off a cliff, is the fastest way in the speedrun to get speed cripple, but it is also one of the hardest. Obtaining speed cripple depends a lot on your PC, what parts you have, and everything like that. So it varies a lot from PC to PC, and also sometimes from day to day. If you'll obtain speed cripple or not very easily from cliff cripple. And luckily my PC is very what's the right word, lenient. It makes, I can get cliff cripple pretty easily compared to most runners, which doesn't, in this instance it doesn't reflect how difficult the glitch actually is. So if you're speedrunning this, don't go for cliff cripple, go for missile cripple, which is way easier. But anyways, now we are going to go to this building, which has the first unique weapon that we're going to collect, which is Stab Happy. Stab Happy is a unique version of the combat knife, I believe. I believe it's a combat knife anyways. This raider, unnamed raider by the way, rare for a Fallout game, has the weapon Stab Happy. And now we are gonna make our way towards Agatha's shack. And Agatha is an NPC that has a quest that we're gonna have to complete later. You'll see why. And after that, we're gonna start heading towards Minefield and get Fisto. Fisto is a unique version of the, I believe it's the. Do you know, Hydra, by any chance? Do you know if it's the the Power Fist, right?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, the Power Fist. And I don't know if the name is. I don't know if the creators of Fallout New Vegas took that, like, knew about that weapon's name and then took it and applied it to a robot, a very famous robot from New Vegas. If the name Fisto rang a bell, that's where it's probably from. But I don't know. But up here is Agatha's house. There is a little cliff here between us and her house. And so we're going to have to do a little bit of a tricky jump from this little elevated piece of land, like that. Go on top of her roof to get the fast travel point. And then start heading towards Minefield. Minefield is a pretty dangerous place. As you might guess, it has a lot of mines. And when you have Speed Cripple active, mines are very dangerous because you can cripple your legs very, very easily. Surprisingly. Fun fact, I know. Very rare fact. Mines hurt your legs. And this location also houses a NPC by the name of Arkansas that is a very important NPC for the all quests speedrun, because he's one of the first NPCs you kill in that run, if I'm not mistaken. But unfortunately, we're not going to interact with him at all. We're going to hear him shoot a little bit in the background, but not much. Also, this glitch, by the way, is also one we have to explain. This is time stop. Hydra, do you want to explain time stop?
Sure. So in Fallout 3 in New Vegas, whenever you pull up the Pip-Boy, everything around you will freeze. And time stop is essentially a way to trick the game into thinking that the Pip-Boy is up, even though it's not. And so we get to basically walk around while everything else is frozen up, essentially, and it's really useful in all sorts of category.
Mm-hmm. It lets us, as you've seen earlier today, it lets you walk underwater. It lets you avoid enemies because enemies are frozen and you're not. But there are some downsides to it. The one really big downside, I would say, is that you can't use it all the time. Because if you use it all the time, you will just... Because everything freezes, the things that froze include loading new parts of the world. That is interesting. Goodbye, dog. Parts of the game are not loaded, so the game will eventually crash if you walk far enough away. Also, this is one of the best weapons in the game. There's a reason we come here first, because we're gonna kill a lot of enemies in this run, and this weapon is the best one to use. It's the Alien Blaster. That, weirdly enough, you can get it immediately when you start the game, like we have done here. But if you have the Mothership Zeta DLC enabled, you have to finish the entire DLC first before you can get it, which really sucks. So if you're getting it and you don't want to play the DLC, just disable the DLC before you pick it up. Now we're gonna head towards this super mutant camp, which surprisingly is a camp inhabited by super mutants, and they have a weapon here by the name of Board of Education, which is gonna be our fourth unique weapon. It's just simply I think it's a table, unique version of a table leg or something. Oh shit. And here I'm gonna need all of you guys to bless this run, because right here is where we're gonna set up for Firelance. So Firelance is a unique version of the Alien Blaster, which I think it has some special fire effect. That doesn't really matter. What matters is that it only spawns from a random encounter, and it has a 1% chance of spawning. So what I've done is I've set up a quick save right before the trigger of a random encounter, and we're gonna keep resetting it until it spawns. This can take a little bit. It all depends on RNG. As I said, I believe I'm 99% sure it's a 1% chance that it can spawn.
Oh my god. All right, chat. You heard him. Send your RNG energy in the chat right now. 1% chance.
Yeah, and what's really sad is that when you get too much into the groove of just quick loading over and over, you will sometimes miss it. So I will like that.
Nice.
There it is. Oh, there it is. I see it. No, it's up there. No. No. Okay. Oh god.
Oh no.
No. Okay, wait. We can fix this. Don't worry, guys. Jesus.
You just Skyrim it. You're fine. You're good.
Yeah. Where's my horse?
Yeah, channel your inner yesterday.
Okay, hold on. I hope I can find it still though. Jesus, that I've never seen that before.
Oh, you said the thing almost. You almost said it.
Almost. Fuck. I don't know the meme enough, I guess. Now, where is it? It likes to bounce around a little bit.
Chat can say it for you. I believe chat fill in the blank.
We found it. Yes. So that is the worst RNG in all of Fallout 3 completed in not record time, but in a reasonable amount of time. That feels great. I was really anxious about that because I was like, ooh, in theory we could spend like 20 minutes here, but luckily we only spent like half a minute or a minute or so. So that was great. Now we are gonna head towards Vault 92, where remember Agatha, who I mentioned earlier. In this vault is a thing she wants, and the thing she wants is the Stradivarius, I think it's called. It's a violin. I think its name is just a reference to the actual... Isn't there like a very special violin that is also named the Stradivarius? I think it's something like that. So we're going to pick up the Stradivarius and give it to her. But we're not going to give it to her right now because we... In general, in speedrunning, but in this game also, we like to just what's a good way to put it? Put multiple things together in spots where it makes sense that we do it. So it doesn't make sense that we do it now. It doesn't make sense to go give her the violin now, but it makes sense later when we're gonna go back there and do something else. So. This is out of bounds, by the way. We clip out of bounds and we go on top of cells like this. I don't think it's too hard to understand, but I'll walk you through it when it happens. So we fall out of bounds, COC, and then we're gonna go in again because we have to get the triggering that mine through the door. By the way, we're gonna go get the we got the violin, and now we're gonna get the music sheets, which are gonna be needed. We're gonna need to give it to her as well to get the unique weapon that we want, that she has. That I'm guessing she likes talking about her late husband, so I'm guessing it's a weapon from her husband's adventures. But that was Vault 92. Really fun place to hang around in. And now we're gonna run through this little place, which is called Old Only. Old Only is very dangerous because it houses a bunch of death claws, which, as Banana said earlier today, they can run faster than you. Even with speed cripple, they can run faster than you. So I can hear one behind me, but I'm going to use time stop to get away from him. Just to create some distance, not do it too much, because remember, if I use time stop too much, the game is going to crash, and that will make us very sad because we have to get speed cripple again, and it just is a recipe for a bad day. But after only, we're going to make our way towards Republic of Dave. You saw Republic of Dave also in Bananas Run earlier today, but we are not going to come there for the... these Brahmin are angry at me. We're not going to come there for the bobblehead. We're going to come there for his unique... I think it's a shotgun? That is... I think it's a shotgun by the name of Old Painless. And we're also going to rob him because he has a lot of caps, and we want caps to buy stuff later on in the run. So right here, and you can also show off the alien blaster. It's absolutely broken. So you just basically disintegrate your enemies into dust. That's all painless. That's unique weapon number 6 out of 39. And we're gonna jump out and spam wait, because if you can wait in this game, you can also fast travel. And we're gonna fast travel back to the Super Duper Mart where it all began, almost. Now we are gonna discover the flooded metro, and then we're gonna go into the Anchorage Memorial. So as you guys probably know, the this entire game is basically modeled after the actual DC area, because this takes place in Washington DC. And in this run, we do actually go to downtown DC, to the mall. So we're gonna see the Washington Monument. We're not really gonna see the Lincoln Memorial, sadly, but we are gonna go into 2 museums, which are gonna be pretty cool. And we're also gonna get a special, very special, unique weapon from a former president of the United States, that is. But you're gonna have to wait for that. In the meantime, we are gonna do some... You can actually stop hop on water, surprisingly. A strat found... Was it you, Hydra, who found that strat?
No.
No, okay.
No. I'm not sure who discovered it. I think probably radio.
Probably radio. So we're gonna unlock this door, and we are gonna go out of bounds. And here I'm gonna show you something else that we're gonna use a lot in this run. So I've talked about before how third person is a little bit broken. And so here we can use third person to grab this unique weapon through the wall. This is the tenderizer. And then we're gonna COC and open the door and leave. So now we are gonna head towards not the Lincoln Memorial. We're gonna head towards the Jefferson Memorial. Many memorials in this game: Anchorage Memorial, Jefferson, Lincoln, lots of memorials in this game. We're gonna go to the Jefferson Memorial because it's a very central part of the main story, which, by the way, we are gonna have to do most of the main story. We're actually gonna complete the game at the very end, because there are many unique weapons throughout the main story that only spawns when you do the quests. So this is basically gonna be the slowest any % run in the world at the same time, if you want to call it that. But you should stay excited for that, because we're gonna see some actual quests and not skip everything like you would in any % speedrun. But the Jefferson Memorial is currently housed by a lot of super mutants, and the reason we have to clear them out is because our dad, Liam Neeson, remember him? He who escaped the vault, who we are kind of looking for, but also kind of not. He was working on a project inside of this memorial, a project that would purify the water in DC and bring prosperity to the region, but he never finished it, and now it's inhabited by super mutants. So we are gonna kill all the super mutants in here, because he's gonna want us to do that later, and if we do it now, we just skip talking to him about it later. He's just gonna be like, "Oh, it's cleared out already, nice," and waltz in. So we're gonna clear this out now, which is basically just going from room to room, killing every super mutant we see. This one has a bit of RNG to it. It can stand out here, saving a few seconds. And down here in the basement, we are gonna clip out of bounds, and we're gonna fall, COC, fall down, kill the centaur, kill this super mutant, kill this super mutant. I was gonna say kill this super mutant, because there's one in that room too. Kill that one. There he is. And then there is one final super mutant right here. So now we are going to leave, and as you're going to see, leaving through doors, or just running 2 doors is not something we do in the speedrun because that's slow. Instead, we are going to jump into this little notch, I guess, and say quick load until we COC, and then it puts us next to the door, and we're going to leave. So that was the clearing of Jefferson Memorial. We will go back there and do the Waters of Life quest. But that's for later. That's like... 25 minutes from now-ish. But now we are gonna make our way towards the mall. The mall has it's a very dangerous place, but it's also a very cool place. As I said, it has a lot of historical and unique locations. It has a lot of loot. Also, and a lot of cool NPCs that we are going to interact with to some degree. We're also going to go into the National Archives after we get there, but we're going to use the metro to get there. Of course, because this is a post-apocalyptic wasteland, metros don't work anymore. There is no trains. I guess there's one single train in the entire game, but that is in a DLC. So we're not going to see any working trains, so we're going to have to run through the entire metro system. Luckily, everything is very close to each other, so we're not going to have to run in the metro for more than maybe a minute. Which, imagine if it was like that in real life, it would be pretty nice not having to use the metro if you could just walk everywhere, but I digress. But as I said, this is a very dangerous place also, because there's raiders, and on the surface there's even more super mutants that we're gonna use time stop to get past. And in here we are gonna use a strat that I know Hydra found. Actually, do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, so essentially what Spicy's going to do here is use third-person interaction, which you've already seen, to essentially reach this door that's on the first floor here.
Yeah, if I can... There we go. You also saw me interact with a terminal here. I'm going to interact with 2 more, this one and one more. This is for a side, or an unmarked quest that I don't remember the name of. But this is also for a unique weapon. This is not for fun. It's essentially, I think the plot is, or the lore is something like 2 guys were gonna meet up, and they had these terminals as like a special code to know each other's locations without actually revealing to anyone else where they were. But we used the terminals, and we discovered where they are. So clearly it didn't work very well. Here I'm going to use time stop because there is a lot of enemies here with miniguns and all assortments of weapons. No explosives though yet. There will be some very dangerous place where like almost every enemy has a missile launcher that we're going to be a little bit wary of. Also here you can fast travel to the location to be put a little bit closer to it. Don't have to run all the way. Here we are going to get the very historical weapon that I was talking about earlier. That is also one of the best weapons in the entire game, and I know Hydra, you like this weapon very much.
Yeah,
it's the Lincoln repeater. I don't know if it's based on any actual, like, I don't know if President Lincoln actually had a cowboy repeater that was later like this is his and put on display, but it's pretty cool that it's in the game, and it's a good weapon too. You should go and grab it on your next playthrough. Here we're gonna talk to Winthrop, who is a ghoul who's gonna say how ugly we are, and we're gonna talk about a special tape that we obtained way in the past, in the beginning of the run when we were visiting Megaton for the first time. We picked up a tape about how there's missing androids in the wasteland. The tape is talking about synths. There is a quest in this game called what's it called again?
The Replicated Man, I think.
Yes, the Replicated Man. which basically involves you either, I think it's either ratting out or helping the people who help Sins escape. It's basically the railroad from Fallout 4 if you've played that game, which is quite interesting. Here's the National Archives. We're going to go in here and grab Sydney, who is on this NPC, who is also named Sydney, I think. Yeah, it's Sydney's 10mm machine gun, submachine gun. We're just gonna kill her, take it from her, and then we're gonna fast travel to Vault 101. Now we're gonna head towards the really dangerous place that I was talking about earlier. And speaking of things I was talking about earlier, we're also gonna go to the place that these two guys in the Museum of Technology, where they said there were these hidden secret codes that were telling each other where they were and where they can meet up. We're gonna come there and realize that one of them are dead, and he has a lot of caps on him, and he has a unique weapon, which I think, I'm sorry for my pronunciation, but I think it's called the Chuao Long Assault Rifle, which is gonna be our 10th unique weapon of the run. Then the really dangerous place we're gonna head to is Fort Bannister. Fort Bannister is the home of the Talon Company. And the Talon Company are very heavily armed mercenaries who, I think they pretty much work very independently, and they kill everything on sight. They basically have no allies. They are just an independent group in the capital wasteland. But as I said, they are very heavily armed. They have a lot of missile launchers, and we are going to have to go in there and kill their top guy, their Commander Jack, I think his name is, because he has a unique razor that we want to grab. So now we're making our way through the wasteland. There's a huge crater, by the way, probably from the bombs that fell like 200 years ago at this place. I know I know my lore very well for this game. Big hole bomb here. Makes sense. But as we're coming up to the Talon Company here, I'm going to start using Time Stop a lot more. My health is a little bit lower than I would have liked. So we're going to enter their base through a sewer pipe. And when we enter the sewer pipe, we're going to clip out of bounds to land at the COC point. And then we are going to kill their main guy. If I can clip out of bounds, there we go. There's a huge base here underground. And we're going to kill their commander right here. If I can hit. Ow. That's really bad. Don't die. Okay. Move. I want this, that, and that. Okay, so now I've crippled my legs. I've healed them, so we're good on that front, but I need to heal up a little bit more. There we go. Make a hard save. Then I'm gonna load this save we made on top of the rocks again. And try and get speed cripple one more time. Come on. Come on. Come on. Here it is. Don't think it's possible. God damn it. So speed cripple is finicky to say the least. And as you saw, I don't know who shot me, by the way. Maybe it wasn't someone who shot me. Maybe the generator next to me blew up. But that's just what happens sometimes, and you just gotta have to deal with it. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Nice. And I'm also gonna have to lose speed cripple and get it back again because of the bug on top of the bug that I talked about earlier. That makes it so I am crippled. No, when I have a gun out, I run very slowly, which in most categories doesn't matter because you don't kill anything. But in this category, it really matters because you kill a lot of things. So I'm actually going to do that right now. I'm going to make another hard save. And I'm going to load this save. Make a quick save at the top. Cripple my legs. Fall off again. And then get speed cripple one more time. Get it one more time. There it is. Surprisingly, it's very easy if you get speed cripple one time and you lose it and you don't close the game, it's very easy to get it again. So that's the one saving grace, I guess, with speed cripple. But here we are going to go into this huge, what is it, like a steel mill or something, called Evergreen Mills, which you did see earlier as well when Banana collected all the bobbleheads, but we're not going to come here for the bobblehead. Womp womp. We are going to instead come here for the very, very good weapon that everybody should get in their playthrough called the Terrible Shotgun. Trust, it's really good.
Come on, boys.
So, you cripple my head. I'm just going to heal my head up. There we go. It's this guy, Smiling Jack, who has the Terrible Shotgun. Gonna get some stims on the way out. Because again, this is GDQ and we want to be safe. And then we're gonna leave this horrible place and then jump out this way. And these rocks
you're the first person to ever say that, Spicy. GDQ, we want to be safe.
Well, I'm honored. But now these rocks are notorious because you can very easily clip inside of them, and if you clip inside of them, there's almost no way of getting out, unfortunately. And also for all of you who have missed the great voice acting of Liam Neeson, you are in luck because we are now going to save him. He has been trapped after he escaped our vault. He got stuck in another vault somehow, and got stuck in in basically an infinite simulation that never ends, and he is in there as a dog, and we have to save him. And the way we're gonna save him is follow me here. We are gonna go into the simulation ourselves. We are gonna put in a code, I guess, a little song, a little rhythm, on some like bottles and appliances, which is going to spawn a virtual computer. And from that computer, we are going to spawn virtual communists that are going to come in and kill all the virtual inhabitants, which is somehow going to free our dad. Makes total sense, I promise you. But now we're going to enter the simulation. You got to wear a special cool outfit that says 112 on it to wear, because only the cool clothes kids are allowed in here. The bad part about this place, though, is that it turns you into a child. And if you turn into a child, you don't have kneecaps. And if you don't have kneecaps, you lose speed cripple. Common sense. So we're going to have to get to speed cripple again when we leave this place. So here's us interacting with a bunch of bottles. Spawns up your virtual computer. Access Chinese invasion. And start the Chinese invasion failsafe. And here are the Chinese communists, which are just going to shoot all the inhabitants. And that somehow frees our dad. I'm just as confused as you are. Here's our dad.
You saved me.
Yes, I saved you, Liam Neeson. He's going to tell us, oh, what have you been up to? We should go to Rivet City. And then I say, yeah, we should. And you should tell me what's going on as well. Here we're going to clip out of bounds. Hopefully. But there we go. Open the door. Get the autosave. Load, not that save. Load this save. And go back to this cliff that we all know and love. Get speed cripple again. Get speed cripple. Get speed cripple. There we go. Get it again. And now we are back at 160% movement speed. Lovely. Get these stims on the way out. Because again, this is GDQ and we like safety. And so that was Tranquility Lane. Don't mind the weird filter from the simulation that it wears off. Don't worry. Not your eyes. And now we're gonna go to Girder Shade, which has a very special NPC called Sierra Petrovita. And Hydra, do you want to say what's so special with Sierra? What's her thing?
Yeah, she has a very how could I say an obsessive what's the word?
Obsession.
Yeah, she just has an insane obsession with Nuka-Cola. And she really wants to show us her collection.
Yeah, she really wants to show off her collection. We're going to say, yes, of course, please show us our collection. Then we're going to leave, go back in, and then she's going to be done with her little explanation, or very long explanation, actually. And then she's going to say, oh, I want you to collect a bunch of Nuka-Colas around the wasteland. And we're going to say, yes, we are going to do that. Spoilers, we are not going to do that. And that spawns a guy outside named Ronald. And Ronald has the kneecapper on him, which is going to be our 13th unique weapon. And now we're never going to talk to Sierra again. So, sad. This is Agatha, by the way. This is the lady I was talking about earlier who wants a violin from us. And we're going to say, you're in luck. I have the Stradivarius. And then we're going to talk to her again and be like, hey, lady, I have something new for you. And she's going to be like, oh, what is it? Oh, I have music sheets. And she's going to say, oh, thank you. And she gives us look at the top left corner, music sheet removed. She's going to give us a Black Hawk, which is a unique variant of the hunting revolver, I believe. Again, I don't know why she has that. She doesn't seem like a lady who has weapons at all. She seems like a very sweet old lady, but I digress. Now we're going to go into the Mercedes metro station, which houses a bunch of wannabe vampire. They are not vampires, right? They want to be vampires. Or they think they are. Right, Hydra?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, they're not actual vampires. They just think they are vampires. And we are not going to care about their entire operation. We don't care if they think they're a blue whale or not. We are merely here for their unique weapon that their leader has in a cabinet. And to obtain the key to this cabinet, we are, say with me, gonna kill him. Because that's what we do in this game. Because talking to people or stealing things from people, that's apparently too humane. Or rather, in speedrun terms, it's too slow. So it's easier just to making it into blue dust, take the cabinet key. And then in here is his cabinet, and we're gonna get Vampire's Edge, which is a special bladed weapon. I don't know what else it is, to be honest with you. I've never even looked at it. We're gonna COC there. We're gonna clip out of bounds here. Love this clip. And then we're gonna fall, COC, leave, and then fast travel to Minefield. Now, from Minefield, we are gonna run towards Canterbury Commons. Now, the thing about Canterbury Commons is that they have kind of a feud between, I guess it's two like superhumans, two people who dress up in some very fancy costumes. One is named the Antagonizer, and one is named the Mechanist. You might know the Mechanist from the Fallout 4 Automatron DLC. There's another like impersonator, I think, of the Mechanist. But anyways, they have a feud over who should control the town, and it's our job to fix that problem and decide who is going to run the town. And the answer to who's going to run the town is nobody. Nobody's going to run the town. None of them are going to run the town because we are going to kill them both. No, we're not going to kill them both. We're going to kill one of them, and we're going to tell the other one to stay away from the town. The reason we're going to kill both of them is because they, depending on what ending for the quest you go for, you get a unique weapon. The Mechanist has a unique weapon, the Antagonist has a unique weapon. But speedrunners found a way to get both unique weapons. The key to getting both unique weapons is surprisingly a metal armor. Then you might be asking, what does a metal armor has to do with anything? Well, apparently, if you side with a mechanist, say, he wants you to hand over the antagonizer's costume to show that you have killed her. And same in the other way if you side with the antagonist. But it turns out that if you reverse pickpocket a piece of armor, like metal armor, onto someone's inventory, and you wait for them to leave, they will put on that armor if it has higher damage resistance. So that is exactly what we're gonna do to the antagonizer. So right here, I'm gonna sit down, and I'm gonna try and place this metal armor onto her. There we go. And on the way, I'm gonna kill both of his robots, because I've found out that skips a whole talking section, or like a pre-wrestle fight brawl between them, where, you know, they stand in front of each other and they just shout. When we come back out here, they're gonna be gone. So the antagonizer is gonna put on the metal armor, and if she does that, we can steal her costume from her and then give it to the mechanist and say, hey, mechanist, I have killed the antagonizer for you. And he's going to say, awesome. And he's going to give us the unique weapon, his unique weapon. And then when he has given us the unique weapon, we're going to kill him, take his costume, give it to the antagonizer and say, antagonizer, we have, oh, I don't want to talk to you. I have killed the mechanist for you. You not talk to me, please. Can you, please? There we go. So just inch up to her. That was too close. There it is. So now, as you can see, I can steal the costume from her with a bit of luck. There it is. Steal it from her. Then leave. And then go up there to the mechanist's workshop. I think it's a workshop. And we are going to say to him, hey, man, I did a great job. I did the thing you wanted, even though I've never talked to you before, but I still somehow knew that I did the right thing for you. And he's going to be like, great. And he's going to get out of here, control the town, but then we are going to betray him, sadly. Feels bad, man, but it had to happen for the sake of the speed run. It's also pretty hard lockpick, 14%. So right here is the mechanist. Hello.
Well done.
Well done. You defeated the antagonist. Here we are, and he is gonna give us the armor, protect Tarn's gaze, and then we're gonna grab his costume. So right now I could finish the quest, but since we need both unique weapons, I'm not going to finish the quest yet. You finish the quest by talking to the guy who you got the quest from, Uncle Ro, which I didn't mention, but I talked to him earlier. So right here, at last, here we are. So she gives us the ant sting, I think it's called. And now we're going to talk to Uncle Ro again.
Hey there.
There you are. We're going to talk to Uncle Ro again, and he's going to be like, oh, with all that fighting gone, I took care of both of them. He's going to be like, great, thank you. And we're going to repair our weapon for the run, the alien blaster, and we're going to go to Rivet City. Now, in Rivet City, this is where the replicated man quest that I mentioned earlier comes into play. There is a man, a scientist in here who has lost one of his sins, and he tasks us to find it. But instead of finding it, I think we just kind of rat him out to this guy Harkness later on. But before we do that, we need to get more information about the android from this doctor, who we can bribe, basically. Like we say, jingle purse of 100 caps, and you get his tape about sins. Also, in the meantime, we're gonna wait 1 hour here for Dad, Liam Neeson.
I told you we need to.
And he's gonna say, "Oh, we need to go to the Jefferson Memorial and start up the purifier to purify the water." Remember? This is the scientist I was talking about, Dr. Simmer. We're gonna say, sure, I'm gonna look for your Android. That's fine. And we need to pick up one more holotape, one more piece of information about the androids before we can actually finish the quest. I'm gonna be completely straight with you. I don't really know a whole lot about the quest. I don't really understand the lore, but somehow there is another guy who lives in the broken off part of Rivet City that we need to talk to, called something. Pinkerton. But right here, we're gonna do a little thing. So you remember when I said the time stop allows you to walk underwater? This is where that comes into play. So we're gonna quick load, open, and die. Okay. That's okay. That's okay. It's fine. Oh, there it is. I almost died again. Okay, hold on. There it is. That was a little embarrassing, but it sort of works. I can walk underwater here and access this door to the broken bow. I'm pretty sure I need to get speed cripple again. Don't I, Hydra?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's unfortunate, but that's just what happens sometimes when you're not paying attention. So it's just a matter of loading this hard save we made, getting speed cripple again for like the 5th time this run or something like that. And then using time stop there because there's a lot of tripwires that can blow you up. Use the secret switch, and talk to Pinkerton. Here you are.
How the hell did you?
Somehow he is related to these androids and he knows something about them. And we're gonna say, yeah, we're gonna talk to Harkness. And the reason we have to finish this quest with Harkness is because if you do, you get a unique weapon. Surprise, surprise. So we clip out of bounds COC, then fast travel back to Rivet City. And it's right after this dialogue that would be a great time for a break, Jiggy. So I'm just gonna finish up this dialogue, and then we're gonna begin Waters of Life, which is again the great time for the break right here.
Fantastic. All right. We're going to take a quick break. And when we return, we're going to continue this Fallout 3 all unique weapons run. All right. But during the break, you can do me a favor and you can head on over to theyeti.com/GDQ and check out our brand new Hotfix shirt, the keychain, and the sticker pack. It's our summer merch collection. It is live, so go check it out during the break. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everybody. GDQ Hotfix. Oops, all Fallout Day. We are going to jump right back into this spicy taco. What's going on in Fallout 3?
Well, Jiggy, so far we have collected 18 out of the 39 unique weapons in Fallout. We are about to start one of the most well-known quests in the entire game, called Waters of Life, which is a very pivotal point in the story of the game. And if you're just joining, my name is SpiccyTacos. I am a Fallout 3 in New Vegas speedrunner, and my lovely commentator can also briefly introduce himself.
And yeah, my name is Hydrozonics, and I'm also a Fallout 3 and sometimes New Vegas speedrunner.
Awesome. So we're just going to continue from where we are. We just left Rivet City, getting a unique weapon that I don't remember the name of right now. And we're going to head inside to talk to our dad and the scientists. I'm just now realizing I should bind my stim packs. There we go. I'm a little bit low. So I'm just going to wait 2 hours. Yeah, there we go. So all the scientists actually have time to move from Rivet City to this place. And we're going to talk to Dad, Liam Neeson, about what we need to do to start the purifier. And he says you need to go down to the basement and install a few switches. Also, this guy really annoying. He always stands outside his door, and I forgot he was there. Alex, get away from me. And to reinstall these fuses, or to reinstall the generator, we're just gonna interact with the switch out of bounds. And then we're gonna be put here, and we're gonna walk into this fence, try to clip through. This fence is another notorious enemy for speedrunners of this game, because they are really difficult to clip through sometimes, especially this one for some reason. Sometimes they will just spit you out without even try. There we go. So that clip, we're gonna have to do that clip 3 times now, unfortunately, but I think it's also pretty cool. So that says, good job, what do I need to do now? And now he says, install the fuses. I think I said in the wrong order. I'm sorry about that, but now we're gonna install the fuses. And to install the fuses, we're gonna clip through this fence again. For some reason, in that direction, it's really easy, but in the other direction, it's really not. Clip out of bounds again, land at this pipe. Try and clip through again. There we go, that was much faster. We're gonna go into this control room. Gonna hit this switch, press quick load once to skip the one line Liam Neeson says. Then we are gonna leave. And now he says, oh, the intake pipe is not working properly. You have to actually go into it and fix the valve. So that's what we're gonna do now. So we're gonna jump into this nook and fall out of bounds and be put right here and run towards this little drainage sewer pipe. And what we're gonna find out that right when we turn this little valve is that, oh no, there are, first off, there's super mutants shooting at me, but there is also Enclave soldiers arriving. Oh.
Whoa.
Oh, that is really...
That's never happened before.
That... yeah, that is unfortunate. That is really rare that they throw not 1 but 2 nades at you, but it's fine. We're gonna get our most favoritist movement tech back. Just like that. But essentially, the Enclave is here. They are taking over the Purifier, and we have to go back and save our dad. And to do that, we have to clip through this fence for the final time. That was really good. Kill this Enclave soldier because he might follow us out. We're gonna have to kill another one because he also might follow us. There we go. Enter the rotunda. Wait for this door to close. This is supposed to be closed already. Gonna talk to Colonel Autumn to skip a bunch of lines. Gonna talk to him again to skip a bunch of more lines. So now Colonel Autumn, which is the big evil guy, has our dad trapped inside. And he's forcing him to start the Purifier. But the thing is that Colonel Autumn doesn't know is that the Purifier, he's not gonna start it. He's instead gonna mess with it. He's gonna make it spill out dangerous radiation, which is seemingly gonna kill everyone in the room. So he's basically offering, or sacrificing, that's the word. He's sacrificing himself for the greater good. And here we're gonna use third-person interaction to, can I reach him? There we go. So I can open Colonel Autumn's inventory and steal his 10mm pistol, which is our 19th unique weapon. So now this Dr. Lee is going to tell us that we need to get out of here. So there's this escape tunnel, the Taft tunnels. There are a bunch of NPCs here that are going to... There should be 3 of them, but there was only 2. That are going to slow us down, so we killed them all. And then we're going to knock her out. And the reason we knock her out and use time stop here, again, time stop stops time, so nothing else is moving right now except for me. But the reason we're doing this is to quickly move this doctor through the tunnels without actually waiting for her. So when an NPC that is following you is knocked out, like a companion or something, when you go through a door to load a different area, they will instantly spawn at that place alive, no matter how long they were knocked out for. And we exploit this to move Dr. Lee through the tunnels way faster than what it normally would than it normally would. And then at the very end, when we leave the Taft tunnels to the Citadel, which is also a really huge location, which is the like headquarters of the Brotherhood, I guess. She's just gonna pop out here, hopefully, if nothing went wrong. There she is. Gonna wait 1 hour, so she starts talking to the intercom. Quick load 3 times to skip 3 lines of dialogue. And go inside just to finish the quest, like that. And then we're gonna fast travel to Vault 101. There we go. So here we're gonna wait outside the door to make it change. Is it already changed? Oh, it's already changed. Sometimes you have to wait outside of that door to make it like fade in again. That's just a way for the game to change the interior of this vault from how it was when we first escaped to how it is now after we escaped, essentially. But we're not gonna. There is a quest you can do in here called Trouble on the Home Front. But we're not gonna do that quest. The only thing we're gonna do here is kill our bully, basically, Butch, and grab his unique weapon, which is I think it's a flip knife called Butch's Toothpick. That's number 20, so we're a little more than halfway. A little more than halfway, which is really nice. And then we are gonna clip on top of the cell again, and then run towards the exit, because the COC point is not placed at the end here like it was in the beginning of the run. So now we're actually gonna run to the door, out of bounds still. And right now we're gonna make our way towards Fort Independence. Now, Fort Independence is an outpost for not the Brotherhood of Steel, but Brotherhood outcasts, who I'm just basing on their names and not actually researching it at all. I'm guessing it's just outcasts of the Brotherhood. Like people that are just not in line with their goals, I guess, and have been kicked out of the Brotherhood of Steel and now formed their own group called the Brotherhood Outcasts. Also, what we're going to be wary of now is that after Waters of Life, all of this small enclave outposts, I guess, spawn. And the thing about these outposts is that they spawn enemies with missile launchers. This guy usually has a missile launcher. Now he didn't. He had a Ripper. But sometimes they have a missile launcher. So we're gonna have to be really careful when we come close to those, because we might get blown up. But right here, we're gonna have to kill one outcast up here, outcast member who I don't remember the name of, and we're gonna have to kill this one called Defender Morgan. This is so we can fast travel when we leave this place. Take the access key so we can enter their base, which is basically a door in the ground. And we are gonna get the unique weapon called Miss Launcher. I believe the Miss Launcher is a regular missile launcher, but the projectiles that you shoot are basically on a timer. It's like shooting grenades, basically. Kind of a grenade launcher, I guess you can call it. But it's called the Miss Launcher, so it has a kind of funny name, I guess. But now we are gonna go towards Little Lamplight. So in the story, what we would have done, when we left the Taft tunnels with Dr. Lee, is that we would have gone into the Citadel, talked to one of the head scribes of the Brotherhood, and he would have told us the GECK. The GECK is an item from Fallout 2, now in Fallout 3, that is very important somehow to the story, and we need to get it. And we get the location of the GECK from this head scribe. The thing about this, though, we don't have to go in and get the location. Actually, we don't need to interact with anything at all. You could, in theory, if you want to do this as fast as possible, you would go to this place that we're going right now, Little Lamplight, immediately from the beginning of the game. But since we needed to collect unique weapons along the way, including Colonel Autumn's 10mm pistol, we actually have to complete Waters of Life, which basically puts us at this point where we would be in the story. But from here, we are more or less going to detract from the story. It's going to be very broken. The game doesn't want us to be here right now and doesn't want us to get the GECK right now. So you'll see. We have to do a certain thing to get the quest stage to the correct stage so we can actually pick it up. So we're going to clip out of bounds. And here we're going to get one of the most forgettable as in a speedrunner might forget it, unique weapons in the game, which is the Wasa rifle. And the Wasa rifle is a... there's basically nothing unique about it. It's just a laser rifle that is owned by a kid called Billy. You'll notice how he speaks.
Hello, I'm Billy.
He talks basically in an Uwu language, almost. And
Hi, Billy. I
Yeah.
think we all have to say hello to Billy in the chat right now.
yeah, he is quite a special character, but he has a laser rifle for some reason that I don't know where he got it from, and we bought it off of him for 500 caps, which is I think pretty expensive for a laser rifle. I wouldn't know. I'm a pacifist, obviously. So here we're gonna do something called void swimming. Hydra, do you want to explain void swimming?
Sure. So void swimming is essentially a way, as you can see, to swim in the void. And the way you do this is by making a quick save in the void, then loading that save while you're doing the swimming animation. Basically.
Yeah, and that lets you just swim infinitely inside of a cell. So that lets us just swim straight to the door to Murder Pass. Murder Pass, interestingly, is a place filled with super mutants that is right next to what you saw was a children's sanctuary. But it's okay. There's a huge metal door between the kids and the monsters, so you're all good. The kids will be fine. But this is Murder Pass. It's as you can see, it has a lot of monsters. It's very dangerous, but it's also the path into Vault 87. I'm gonna try to clip through this door. Okay, sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. Usually it doesn't. That door is really easy to clip through though. But here is Vault 97, like the actual Vault 97, and here is just a plethora of clips and out of bounds that you've probably seen before. So right here is Rock Boss that you heard about in Bananas Run. That you jump on top of a rock to access a door. You can clip through this door, and then you can clip on top of the cell, and then you can from out of bounds inbounds, and then when you're inbounds again, you clip out of bounds again. You jump on top of this atrium, I think it is, and then jump across a gap to access this door. Hold backwards, quick load through this door. And now we go this way to activate the fire alarm. This is what I was talking about with changing the quest stages. Because we did the quest incorrectly, we have to activate the fire alarm to get the Finding the Garden of Eden quest. Which is a quest we would have gone later, but we didn't. So here we are. So now that we have that quest, we can actually pick up the GECK. And the GECK is inside of this metal tube. I'm gonna make a hard save here because I can mess this little clip up. There it is, nailed it. And then we can grab the GECK out of bounds, or not out of bounds, but through the wall with third-person interaction and clip out. So, Hydra, do you want to explain what's coming up here and what I'm about to do?
Sure. So basically, what Spicy's gonna do is he's gonna drop this piece of armor here, and he's gonna do this weird thing where he's basically gonna hold it in the air, and if you hold an object in the air when that cutscene triggers, the object will remain floating essentially. And what we're trying to do here is block Colonel Autumn as soon as he spawns in. And if it works...
Oh, yeah, I got it.
And basically what's happening is the dialogues are overlapping each other, and this saves about 15 seconds.
Yeah, and also story-wise, surprise, surprise, Colonel Autumn did not die in the in Project Purity. Whoop-de-doo. He's alive. This was the big reveal, by the way, but yeah. He's alive. It's a really cool skip, and it's a kind of new... but when I say new, it's like a year and a half old-ish. So it's not very new anymore, but it's new enough to call it new. So here we're gonna tell Colonel Autumn to go away, and then the president by the name of Eden will talk to us and say, "Hey, I have something you can do for me, so I'm gonna let you go." And we don't really know what it is yet, but we are interested, and he's helping us out. So yeah, that too. We're gonna pick up our stuff from this locker, and then we're gonna try and make our escape. Right here, I'm gonna put points into repair just in case. Just in case I don't have enough. So Raven Rock is basically the headquarters of the Enclave, which is like the evil faction, the opposite faction to the Brotherhood, which are like the faction that we're siding with as a character. These guys are not nice, by the way. They are very evil because they want to, instead of purifying the water, they want to poison the water. And there we go. That clip is very difficult, by the way. What do they want us to poison the water with? Well, they want us to poison the water with FEV. If you don't know what FEV is, in the Fallout lore, it's basically the substance that turned people from humans to super mutants. Oh, we actually got that clip. That clip is really difficult, and it puts you right here. You have to go back a little bit to hit the trigger. That clip saves like 2 seconds if you do it optimally. But yeah, the Enclave wants us, or President Eden at least, wants us to poison the water. And we got a choice at the end to poison the water or not to poison the water. We are obviously not gonna poison the water. Because we are nice, you know, going around killing people for their weapons. But yeah, that was Raven Rock. We blew it up on the way out. Why? I'm not really sure. I think maybe we convinced the president to blow up his own base because he doesn't like Colonel Autumn and we don't like Colonel Autumn, so we are kind of buddies in that way. I'm not really sure. Do you know, Hydra, why the base blows up?
I'm not sure. No, I don't know.
Yeah, because we kind of just make our escape.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's fine. I'm sure they're fine.
Surely.
Yeah, surely. I also heard that this guy fired a missile. You can see it right there. So that raider you're gonna be very wary of. Also, by the way, where we're heading right now is probably the most dangerous location in the entire game. This run makes you go to a lot of dangerous locations. But this one is probably the most dangerous because it's a Deathclaw Sanctuary by the name of Deathclaw Sanctuary. I know, very original name. And in this sanctuary, there is not only one, but there's 2 unique weapons that we need to collect. Ooh, Hydra, do you know what I just realized?
I'm not sure.
We forgot one unique weapon. We forgot the one from probably the best companion in the entire game.
Oh, Fox.
Oh,
yeah,
Fox. No.
Oh, can we still get it?
I don't know where he goes. I have no clue where he goes, actually.
I could look it up if you want.
Yeah, why not? Let's see if he shows up somewhere, because then maybe I can still get it from him. That is really sad. He is just, I mean, who doesn't like Fox? Come on. Also, this is Deathclaw Sanctuary, by the way. Dangerous place, as I said, so we're using time stop the entire way. We're gonna get that unique Ripper, I think, called GECK. And then we're gonna get a very, very big weapon. I think it's a Gatling laser over here by the name of Vengeance. Yeah, I got it. And then we're gonna COC and we're gonna leave. Right here is also a spot where there is one of those Enclave outposts. See, that guy has a missile launcher. So you gotta be careful. Also, I'm not very low health, but I'm lower than I would have liked. And there is an NPC here that is really good at shooting your head. I'm gonna be a little bit careful here. Is he gonna... Oh, yes. Oh, perfect. Nice. So that is the reservist rifle. The thing about that NPC is that he has very, very good aim with that sniper rifle. He shoots your head and cripples it multiple times, stunning you, and he's really annoying. And what you want to do is basically just shoot the gun out of his hands, because if you just shoot him, he most often just dies on top of those planks that you saw, and you can't reach the unique weapon. But luckily his I was gonna say his corpse, but not his dust pile, I guess, fell down so I could loot it. Luckily, that almost never happens. But that's great. Now we are running towards Paradise Falls. Paradise Falls is not a great place either in the Wasteland, because they are they kidnap people and do all sorts of bad stuff to them, which is not good. But the main leader, I guess, or the guy that gives you the quest for this place, called Grouse, he has a unique weapon he wants to give to you, which basically is a weapon to brainwash people, called the Mesmetron. It's actually a really fun weapon to use, because you get a bunch of random effects, which is a lot of fun to play with. So we're gonna talk to him, get his quest. We're not gonna do his quest, obviously, because that's slow. We just want the gun to do the quest. There we are. And we're also going to use time stop here, because if I just ran into this place, they would all aggro onto me, and they would all shoot me and probably kill me. But because I use time stop, the game does not register that I went past a trigger that triggers them to become aggro. So to them, I'm just a regular guy at this point. The reason we went inside here is because we need to pick up this pole queue called the Break, which is going to be our 28th or 27th, I guess, if we can't get Fox's sledgehammer unique weapon. We're going to fast travel back to Little Lamplight, and we are going to run towards a random small shack out in the wasteland. By the way, Hydra, could you find a location for Fox where he goes after Raven Rock?
He should be at the exit of Raven Rock. He should be.
Okay, we can go back there after we get this unique weapon and see if he's there. It's just fun to get all of them, you know. And Fox is great, so we kind of had to try. But the weapon we're gonna get here in this random shack is called the Victory Rifle. I think this little shack belongs to a small group of individuals called the Regulators, which go around the wasteland and kill people with bad karma. Our character right now has really bad karma, very evil karma. So they show up every single time when you leave this house, which I'm gonna try to prevent by time stopping as soon as I leave. But before that, we need to get this 10% lockpick. We got a third try. Get the Victory Rifle, and then we are gonna leave. Oh, yeah, I messed up. Hold on. Yeah, we can do it again. There it is. And then you can just go away. And then I just want to be able to wait. Can I wait? And thank you. Because for some reason, the Regulators are supposed to be very angry at you, but for some reason, they're not when you just time stop past them. Let's see, is Fox here? I know he's supposed to be down the road, kind of.
Yeah.
Ow. Here's this guy, though. Probably should have gone here right off the bat to see if he was here, but I don't think he's here now. Well, that sucks. Let's just continue. So now we are an hour and like 10 minutes ago, we talked to Moira for the first time, getting her quest. We have secretly been planning for this quest the entire time by collecting her food that she wanted, and also getting irradiated, which is also part of her quest for some reason. She wants you to be hurt, I guess.
Magnets, maybe a few happy thoughts.
And now she is gonna task us with going and killing a bunch of here it is, with a bunch of mole rats with a weapon called the repellent stick, which is also a pretty interesting melee weapon. It's just basically it's a stick that has like green goo on it, so it looks like it's like dipped into a bog or something. It's really gross actually, and I don't know why she wants us to use it, but I mean we don't really care. We get it from her, and that is unique weapon number 30. It's supposed to be 30, 28, 29, I mean. Now we are going to make our way towards the National Guard Depot, which houses the Merv. The Merv is a unique version of the Fat Man, which is just a crazy good weapon. The Merv, I mean. It's really overpowered. It makes sense that it's in a like difficult to access location when it's this good, but we are gonna get it anyways. And as you saw, we ran through the metro. We're gonna go back into that metro a couple more times. Not exactly that metro, but more metros in general. Because this game loves metro stations and metro tunnels. Basically the main way to get around. Also, these guys are really dangerous because there's two raiders here with missile launchers. And as we know, missile launchers equals bad times. For our lakes, at least. And for my sanity, too. So, right outside here, there's two robots that we have to kill because they will prevent us from fast traveling. Just like that. And you saw this clip in Banana's run if you've been sticking around for since the beginning of this event. Right here in this corner, you can clip out of bounds, and then if you keep quick loading, you will hover in the air to this door. Use this little switch to open this door. And right here is the bobblehead. We are going to ignore it, and we're going to look into this corner and use third person to activate this electrical switch, which opens this door. Quick saving on it at that time because it can go through a little bit faster. And here's the experimental Merv. I'm also going to check how are we doing on... We're doing good on weight. Good. Weight is something that you have to somewhat keep in mind when you're running this, because if you get the perk strong back, which gives you an extra 50 pounds carrying weight, you're good. But all the times before that, especially now towards the end, you have to be careful that you don't go over it too much, because when you are overweight, you walk a lot slower.
Just so you know, Spicy, so apparently people in chat are suggesting that Fox might be at the Museum of History at the entrance. So we might want to check here.
Really?
Perhaps. Yeah, apparently that's where he goes if you don't recruit him right away.
That is really interesting. I will take the advice from chatters and go check it out right after we get the next two unique weapons. The next two unique weapons, also right here, there's going to be two back-to-back similar clips on these corners, which are also pretty difficult. There we go. We're gonna leave this place and go to the... I don't know what it's called. It's a hospital, at least. I don't know the specific name of the hospital. Do you know, Hydra?
No. I don't remember.
Hospital. We're gonna go to the hospital. Yeah. Because on the roof of the hospital is Riley's Rangers, and Riley's Rangers is a quest in this game that is really annoying in the speedrun, and as far as I know, it's pretty annoying in a casual play too. But to get inside, I guess this is how you get inside of any hospital. You clip on the corner of the hospital, you go up a bunch of rubble, And then you go up some more rubble while quick saving and quick loading, because that makes you go up a little bit easier. You want to go up a little bit more to the very top, and then you want to stop hop over to this little edge, and then go through this door. Statesman Hospital, that's what his name is. Then in this corner, you want to clip out of bounds, and then walk on top of this staircase. But why use the stairs when you can use the ceiling of the stairs? Like, come on, guys. And then we're gonna walk into
how to clip into a how to get medical stuff without insurance.
Yeah, I've
exactly
yet to learn that strat, unfortunately.
Yeah, this is exactly how you see a doctor without insurance. Take note.
Yeah, and there we repaired an elevator to go to the upper floors. We're gonna clip out of bounds here, called Slice Clip, because a member of the community by the name of Slice discovered that one. I really like that clip, so shout out to you, Slice. But at the top here are Riley's Rangers that I was talking about. If you snipe them from afar, you can skip talking to them.
Where?
This person and this person has the unique weapons. So this is Eugene, and this is Donovan's wrench that we both... we need both of them. Now we should be at 32, not counting Fox's... what's it called? Sledgehammer. But I'm going to check Museum of History now and see if you guys are right.
I think you have to actually enter the building. He's in the... He should be in the atrium, I think.
Googles. Fox. It kind of makes sense that he would go here, I guess. Fox. Fox.
Hey!
Oh, she was mad.
Oh,
I
no.
check quickly upstairs here in the why is everybody mad? Okay. Sorry guys, I can't find him. My theory is that he is gone because this is a Bethesda game and NPCs likes to just disappear. Turn into birds for all I know. But now we're gonna go to the flooded metro and head towards Arlington Cemetery. We're not gonna actually go and do anything in Arlington Cemetery. We're just gonna take the metro from there. Very clean clip there. Really like that clip. It was one of the first clips actually that I learned when I first started learning this game. Also, if you're planning on learning this game, please learn like all bobbleheads because it's a great category, like you saw in earlier today because you watched that. Awesome. This is gonna be the final level up of the run, and here we're gonna get strong back. So now we don't have to. We can sit back, relax, don't care about our carry weight. We do have to care about these raiders though. We don't have to think about our carry weight anymore because we are now at 300 pounds carry weight, which is... I'm not from America, so I don't know how much is that in kilograms? Do you know, Jiggy?
I do not know the imperial system.
Do you not know?
No idea.
Oh, damn.
No.
A lot.
No.
300 is a big number.
Like,
that's all I know.
Yeah, 300 big.
300 is a big number. So and apparently we can carry like missile launchers and knives and everything under the sun in our pockets apparently because we don't have a backpack. Don't ask too many questions, please. So this is the Arlington Cemetery.
6 according to Google.
That is a lot. I don't think I could carry that much. So I'm impressed by my character right now. I heard a missile launcher. I got scared. So this is the LOB Enterprises. I don't know very much about this building, but all I know and what really matters is that there is a unique weapon in here that we need to get. That I also think is kind of a experimental weapon. That was a really clean clip. And the weapon is up here. Jump across this little gap. in here with a sentry bot. Please, sentry bot, don't blow me up. In this suitcase. There we go. So it's a unique version of the Chinese pistol, apparently. And now we're gonna leave, and let's hope I can get this clip pretty easily. This, like, going one way is kind of easy, but okay, I got that one. That one is much trickier than the other way. Because for some reason that's just how this game works. It works easy one way and not the other. Now we are gonna make our way towards the Burnmaster. We are almost in the final stretch now, guys. We are at 34, I think. 34 or 35 unique weapons out of 39. So it's pretty good. We're almost there. We are now running towards the unique flamer called Burnmaster. I remember when I first learned this category, I found these tunnels really it's like a labyrinth down here, you know. It's like a maze. You can't. It's really confusing which way you should go and which way is the wrong way because everything looks the same. But don't you worry, guys. I got your back. There is a chance that we might die to radiation poisoning because I don't know how much radiation poisoning I have right now. Because in the GECK room that we were in long before, you get a very high radiation dosage in like one go. So we might die here because there is high radiation levels in here as well. I'm gonna try and use time stop to mitigate that as much as possible. I don't know who took a unique flamer all the way in here, but it's right there. And then you see all these radiation barrels. These are not good for our health bar at all, actually. So there's the Burnmaster, and now we are gonna clip out of bounds. There we are. And we're gonna land in this fence room, I guess. No? Okay. We're gonna use this door anyways, and then do these stair clips. I got it first try. Those stairs are also notoriously horrible, right, Hydra? Weren't they a big part of the all quest route?
Yeah, these are really bad. We tend to avoid them as much as we can, but in this case, it looked pretty easy to you.
Yeah, like I didn't expect. Usually, it takes me like 30 seconds to get one of those clips. But luckily, in most categories, it's been other clips has been found that is also faster than those stair clips, so we don't have to do them a whole lot anymore. In this metro, in this final metro, I should add, we are gonna get the Shocker, which I think it's a unique power fist, just like Fisto, that we got an hour and 20 minutes ago, ish. So we're just gonna jump down here, go into this little corner, go into third person, and grab the Shocker. That's unique weapon number 35, I believe. And there we COC'd, and we're gonna leave. And now we are gonna go to the Citadel. Now, in the Citadel, there are when you do the quest in a weird order like we have done, if you walk that way, if you walk outside of her field of view, basically, you get stuck. You get soft locked. But if you just time stop past it, you're good. Time stop solves everything in this game, guys. Just embrace time stop. And in here we are gonna get what's his name? Elder Lion's unique weapon, which is called Smuggler's End. Right there, it's a unique laser pistol. And now we are gonna go into the control room where because we have picked up the GECK and fled the Enclave's base, the main characters, I guess, are also they're standing here having a meeting, talking about the upcoming war with the Enclave that we are going to be a part of. This is Elder Lyons, who we stole the weapon just from, and this is his daughter, sorry, called Sarah Lyons, and she's going to say, yeah, you have to go help us save the wasteland. And I'm saying, I'll do a little bit later, please. And the reason we say that we're going to do a little bit later is because it skips a cutscene. It skips a long cutscene of the war actually starting, basically. If you're wondering what I'm doing right now, this is something very unique to this category, and it's something called level skipping. Level skipping basically involves us, as we get the level up, like this window, we enter a door basically, and when the actual pop-up pops up, we load the autosave that was made right before it. So you see, when I leave now, I am at 12, and I'm gonna go back in and then out again, and I'll be at 13. And we need to get to 14. The reason we need to get to 14 is because we need to get the Lawbringer perk. The Lawbringer perk spawns a bunch of basically bounties that you can go out and get. You get the ability to collect fingers as bounties, which is pretty cool, I guess. And one of the NPCs that are spawned by this perk has a unique weapon we want. Let's see, it's this one. Yeah, the enemy has a unique weapon called Plunkett's Valid Points, because his name is Plunkett. Sorry, Plunkett's valid points because his name is Plunkett. There we go. He just spawned in this building that you will have also seen in Banana's run. This is where you get the luck bobblehead. But for the third or fourth time, we are not gonna get the bobblehead. We're just gonna kill this guy, loot him, and take his... I think it's a unique version of the brass knuckles. Now we are gonna fast travel to the Citadel. And now when we're here, because we have talked to... essentially because the Enclave took over the Jefferson Memorial, so the game is basically locked from us. We can't fast travel to there. But if you just run into it and clip inside of the building, you will be able to end the game. And the very final unique weapon we will get is Colonel Autumn's laser pistol. So this is coming up on the end of the run. I'll give you a heads up when it's like 5 seconds from ending. We're gonna input the code 216, and that's gonna be final time right after we get Colonel Autumn's laser pistol. So you're not supposed to be able to be in here, but at this point, but we are, because this is a Bethesda game and we can clip through stuff. But Colonel Autumn has locked himself inside of the rotunda, so we gotta clip inside. We gotta clip inside. There we go. I'm gonna talk to him, because you have to talk to him to be able to type in the final code. We're gonna kill him, get Colonel Autumn's laser pistol, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done.
GG! Absolutely incredible.
So yeah, that's all the unique weapons. Except for one. Sadly.
Darn you, Fox. It's okay.
Do you want me to give you the command to move to Fox, just to see where he is?
Yes, actually.
Alright, so player.move to, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And 0, 0, 0, 2, D, 9, CF.
Where is he?
Where is he?
Oh.
What are you looking at?
Hello.
My friend!
My friend!
I see you found to it.
Well, might as well just, yeah.
Something troubling.
Where did he end up? Because I don't recognize this room.
My friend.
Oh,
So this is Vault 87. This is where we got the GECK originally.
yeah, and he doesn't want to be our friend. And if he doesn't want to be our friend, we can't get the weapon from him.
Oh,
No, bummer.
Yeah, it's right there.
Well, absolutely, GG. Thank you so much there, Spicy Tacos. This was incredible. Thank you for showcasing Fallout 3 all unique weapons. Why don't you tell everybody at home just a little bit about what you do on your channel and where they can find you? Because I know you run a lot of Fallout.
Yes, so my name is Spicy Tacos. I stream Fallout 3, Fallout 4, and Fallout New Vegas. Occasionally Fallout 4. Sorry. On my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/SpiccyTacos. That's a double C in the spicy. And we do a lot of different types of speedruns over there, mostly in the longer categories, like all achievements, for example, and 100% categories. But I want to give a huge thanks to firstly GDQ for having me and for hosting a Skyrim and Fallout event. I think this is really, really cool. And of course, I want to give a huge thanks to Hydrosonics, who was here commentating with me, and the entirety of the Fallout speedrunning community. You guys are amazing. And yeah, that's it.
Absolutely. And yeah, thank you so much, Hardry, for being here. Do you have any shout outs that you want to give out?
Not really. I think Spicy just said everything, so I'm good.
Awesome. All right. Well, once again, everybody, please go and follow Spicy Tacos. You can hover over his name in the title of the stream and click the big old follow button. Thank you so much for showcasing this run. It was awesome, and it was really cool to have Fallout 3 showcased here twice with 2 incredible runs here today. So once again, thank you so much. We are going to take a quick break, and when we return, we are jumping into Fallout 4 any % with Tomato Angus. We'll be right back. GDQ Hotfix.